Yenisi gelmiş. Bu delinin.
This guy's definitely cheating. But I'm not. See, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, I wanted to get a high score in this mode in aim labs.
244,000, that's like more than double what I did.
Which I would definitely be able to do unless, hypothetically, I got an eye infection and had blurry vision.
Just gotta fix my eye infection, man.
Now, one might go get some eye drops to cure the eye infection, except the eye drops were $250.
Seems like a scam to me.
I don't want to do that. Still
Harbiden
hypothetically
abartmadık mı ya?
speaking, of course. I just want to replace my
Videoyu
eye
açtım.
on my own. That means this isn't cheating. This is just an anti-scammer eye replacement exoskeleton device. This video is sponsored by the Kolunuzu Lumidesk with its advanced cable management system, exceptional lift speed, and collision avoidance. More info on this later.
Ah siktir, çok güzelmiş lan masa.
Neuromuscular aim assist was interesting, but this time I wanted a score, like a number on screen that could tell me definitively if the engineering improved my abilities. When I was locked in, trying as hard as I could, 135,000 is the best I could do.
Hard stuck at 135,000.
So can I build an exoskeleton that improves this? This is going to take three things. One, exoskeleton movement of the mouse. The robotics move me to move the mouse. Not cheating because it's me. Two, I need finger clicky exoskeleton to help me click when the crosshair is on
Oğlum
the target.
exoskeleton
Blurry
beni
vision,
çok
hard to
korkutuyor
see
ya.
edges.
Motor
And then I need an
kilitlense,
eyeball.
kırsa beni.
Let's freaking go, baby.
Dej ya
Basically a
direkt.
computer vision program that's going to locate the enemies and tell the exoskeletons what to do. Originally, I was just going to steal someone else's exoskeleton design and download it, print it, call it my own. That didn't work. I then considered a sling that has a hinge on it, and I thought I could just put a motor on the hinge. But that doesn't necessarily give me the movement I need. That's more of like an oblique movement. I finally landed on putting a motor on my forearm that could be attached to some strings that pull my wrist.
Able to spin and have a pulley on it and grab my wrist.
Reviewing the footage, I
Yarmışsın
can see that I
evet.
primarily missed left and right, not so much up and down. So that's where I need the most assistance.
This feels good.
I first thought I'd need some sort of like hinge system on my wrist,
So I need a hinge like right here.
but then I realized that my bones are a hinge. Like, I'm not using this thing to try and lift 300 pounds. I just need to move a mouse. So I just use my wrist and probably not break it. I designed it in such a way that I could just strap it to my arm
Abi
with
Seyfi,
Velcro,
işte ben
which is
de aynı
super
şeyi düşünüyorum
convenient. The
ama
difficulty here is that I need a
düşünmeyeceğim.
motor that's totally limp. It needs to let my wrist move naturally, but then assist it when it needs the assistance. I ended up with a gimbal motor attached to a DIY skateboard speed controller. These are designed so that a program can control the torque and speed, but also totally turn it off so that the motor spins freely and I can move like normal. I measured it, the hole patterns and everything, and made a spot for it to go on my arm. Then I made this little gear attached to some
Emirhan,
Kevlar
yapacağım
line that should run down these little
aynı zamanda
holes and then
fikinde
could clip
yazılım
onto this
ekibini sikeyim.
glove and then theoretically pull my hand left and right, depending on what commands I send to its controller. Motor mounts upside down right there. The gear goes right here. This big thing is for the structure of the motor because it's going to have a lot of torque. And then the Kevlar passes through there, goes down the forearm. And once
İnsan
again,
bir
theoretically,
kontrol
that
cihazı
should
koyar
be
ya.
it. And thanks to the Lumidesk's built-in footrest and hefty lift speed, I could plop down for the next step of the project.
I was going for more Iron Man and ended up with more
Emirhan
Spider-Man.
anasına sövülmekten hoşlanıyor.
For the finger clicky exoskeleton, I was originally going to go with one of these stroke rehab gloves, but the movements would be too
Herkesin
slow
fantezisi
and it looked super clunky. I ended up going with this thing,
O siktir, ne kadar
which is
güzelmiş lan.
designed to read the position of your fingers and control other things.
I'm just going to have pin right here that's programmable. Pin will be right there and it'll just...
So I modified it, that way I could attach a solenoid. I dropped the solenoid in some epoxy,
Oh, brother!
but at last it was attached and I let it cure for a couple days.
Çok cool
Before
ya.
I could move on to the actual computer vision program, I
Ben
had
de
to just,
bugün bir tane
you know,
LED ışık
I just had to
driver tamir
assemble
etmeye
it
çalıştım.
together
Edemedim.
and get
Öyle.
basic functionality to know that the motors worked and everything. That only took me about a day. Wait a minute. Wait, why's a rooster crow? Whoa, calm down.
En
Wait a
azından
minute.
denedim.
Why's the rooster crowing so much, man? No, calm down. Why are you doing that?
With my own two eyes,
Neyse, o da
I
15
will
günde yapmış,
observe,
sıkıntı yok.
think, and pin out.
So this is an encoder. It tells the position of the motor to the vest controller so that it can accurately control it.
It's really hot.
I may have cooked it, not sure,
There's a chance that I just cooked the encoder.
but it wasn't giving me accurate readings.
Flickering,
That's the issue. Don't have a solid connection to read the degrees of change.
So I could get the motor spinning, but without the encoder, it's not going to spin accurately. The encoder wasn't working. I had it wired right, the encoder wasn't working, but you know what was good?
Look what came in the mail today. Ordered a backup, bro. I'm a grown man now. I order backups for things.
I had a backup encoder that I had ordered like 30 days before that from China. This is supposed to be like the easy part, so I was pretty frustrated at this point. This was really nice. 30 minutes later, it was working.
No way. No freaking way.
Is
No
what I
basic
would
mi?
say if I was freaking Mark Rober, dude.
What?
Wrong channel, brother.
No encoder. No way there's no encoder.
It's a wrong channel, brother. I was crashing out in Cantonese. Man, I was telling I forgot the encoder. Forgot the encoder. Next day, got the encoder. Got the encoder in. Didn't fix it. Is electronic speed controllers the other thing that it attaches to that wasn't making it read. So I replaced that thing. I overnight one again. That didn't fix it either. You know what it was? You're not gonna get the road.
Why is it upside down though? Wait a minute. What? They've got it upside down. Their website has it upside down. I
Oh
promise it's
no,
upside down. I'm not
yanlış
crazy.
pinlere
It was
girmiş.
my wiring. My wire. I just had a wire in the wrong spot. Just this wire was just over here. So,
Is it ground right
long
now?
story short,
That's the correct wiring. Okay.
Açayım.
God.
you don't need to crash out in Cantonese. I guess I'm just dumber than some of the. I guess I'm just
Bence orada
dumb.
açayım.
Oh,
Bak verecek.
goodness.
My bad. I freaked out a little. My bad.
My goodness. It only took like 5 days. Huh, not bad. Man, I'm fine now. I did it. Yeah, man.
That wasn't all though, okay? So this is an NVIDIA Jetson AGX Orin. These are specifically designed for robotics. You got the 40-pin header right here where you plug your robotics into, right? Wrong. Incorrect. See, this is a BTS 7960 H-bridge thingy. Basically, it'll let me swap the polarity of the power going into the solenoid by telling these two pins, yes, go, or no, don't go, which is just what I need.
Now it's gonna move. The pin. What?
Jetson'ı nereden almış ya kral?
What?
But you know where you can't control these pins from? These pins. You can't do that.
Eye infection, bro. I don't have an eye infection, okay? I gotta come clean. I don't have an eye infection.
Took me a couple days to figure that out. You connect a little microcontroller to the pins on the front of the Jetson, and then that can control the H-bridge.
Bum, bum,
Sanki Lego yapıyor.
You see how
Ya
that's
öyle
going just like
düşünebilirsin aslında.
normal speed? Well, we're gonna turn that up to like 9 million.
Now, before we go any further,
İlk
I gotta show
açtığında
you
çok kötü
this
şeyler
desk
olacak.
ready for the project. You know what I'm saying? This is the coolest desk I've ever used. My nerdy Linux brain shucked off the plain desk mindset as soon as I installed this absolute, like, beefy second-tier attachment thing with the pegboard attached.
Bolts were like this big that went into that thing. The bolts were gigantic.
You got like tablets on there, like a phone mount spot. I got my remotes on there. It feels like I'm sitting at a tank with a built-in footrest. A tank with a footrest and collision avoidance
footrest mi
and a
var?
built-in cable management system. This is the way every desk should be.
One wire.
One wire going in to power it, and then
Footrest
that
çok
feeds
iyiymiş.
directly into a cable management thing. So you've got your power on the inside. and
Hashtag
everything can
hediye
be
ki
inside
valla
this. So
ama
you try to go
beğendim
up and
yani.
down,
Çok
you're not
iyiymiş
gonna rip all the
masa.
wires out. You mount your monitor to the tank tier, everything is contained. Like even the PC can be mounted to the freaking desk, dude. They got this
Bu da çok iyi
attachment
fikir.
PC hanging off the side. Cables managed inside. Stand up,
Güzel
sit down.
masaymış.
Don't have to worry about ripping things out of the walls, which I've done before.
Ama
you don't want to do that.
sıkıntısı şu,
I have never realized how
İki
useful
ayaklı
a
bu. İki
massive
ayaklı olduğu için
drawer can be
hayvan gibi
until I went
sallanıyor
like
bunlar.
5 years without one. And this thing's heavy, dude. I don't know what they built it out of, but I about popped the disc out of my back trying to move
Mesela
it.
video
It's
sırasında
solid,
ön
bro.
tarafa
There's a tornado
yüklendiğinde
coming at you,
eğiliyordu.
get under it. Not real safety advice, though. So thank you, Kolunuzu, for sponsoring this video and sending me the Lumidesk all-in-one. Electric, height-adjustable
masaymış.
desk. Genuinely the coolest desk I've ever used. My nerd stimulation gets going just thinking about it. So check my link in the description. They help support this
hafif böyle
video. They also
sallanıyor.
put up with me. I was
Ya
really
kullanışlı
late.
bu arada
You know,
ayaklı
look into
masa.
purchasing
Ben
one
kullanıyorum.
with the link in the description.
Ama
Thank you. Now here's where this
dediğim
gets
gibi 4 ayaklı olması lazım
significantly
bence.
harder than the neuromuscular aim assist. Neuromuscular aim assist just had to beat human reaction time, which is actually pretty trash.
Kasanın
It was like
yüksek
200
parçalıyor.
milliseconds.
Kablolar
To
kısadır
actually
belki.
help with your aim in the game, it needs to be
Benimkisi
like
Bruce Lee mi ne ya?
sub 25
Öyle hani böyle özel
milliseconds
bir markası
latency.
yok
It
yani.
needs to be near real time. Otherwise, you're just going to get jitter back and forth, and it's going to make it worse. Now, we all know that a robust and reliable anti-cheat system would tell us if this were cheating. So I wanted to make sure that couldn't happen by just pointing a camera at the screen this time instead of using screen capture. You know, it's not detectable. You can't detect this. There's literally no way to detect this outside of a $3 billion AI. All right, so here's the setup with latency counter. The image of the monitor itself hits the camera same time I see it. It's 90 frames per second, so each frame lasts 11 milliseconds. It's a global shutter USB camera, so 1 to 3 milliseconds of latency for the USB connection. Mounted directly to the desk with the LumaDesk's robust modular design. That means to get sub 25 milliseconds latency, we need the program to find the target on the screen, send output to our exoskeleton to do the right thing, all in under like 11 milliseconds, which is basically like, that's like so real time, dude, that's so fast. I had to manually train a YOLO Vision model to target the blue orb targets in aim labs. Once that was ready, I could just plug that into my camera programming thing, right? Wrong! Wrong again, dude. You're getting everything wrong. What a dummy. That would be slow and worthless. You have to convert it into like a Tensor RT engine
Bu çalışmaya başladığında böyle bir çözüm olmaz.
My understanding of this is like it's like tailoring a
Olamaz arkadaşlar. Bunu bulamazsın. Jason Nano evet. Ya bunu bulamazsın.
suit to fit perfect. Where the YOLO Vision model is the suit and the Jetson is the human. So it perfectly fits the Jetson and can do the inferencing faster. Once that was done, I balanced a glass of water on the back of my
Bu dışarıdan
neck
da
for
müdahale
days
değil. Hayat
and
bu direkt yani.
programmed
Onu yapabileceğin
to do this.
bu çok zor yani. Bir de insan elementi de var ya adam çünkü bu robotu kontrol ettirmiyor.
Okay. Dude. Oh my.
The Jetson receives the USB camera feed. It finds the target on the screen with the tensor model and determines if it's to the right or the left, how far it is, and turns the gear accordingly.
Oh, that's insane.
This pulls on the Kevlar line to
Buradaki
turn
tek korkum bak döndürüyor ya motor. Motorun tersine gittiğimde ne oluyor?
my wrist. When the crosshair is within the bounding box of the target, it cycles the solenoid attached to my pointer finger 10 times per second. And the aim assist worked exactly like my brain imagined.
This feels weird.
Allah'ım hala
And then
kötüsün.
it broke.
We broke it. It's broken.
The Kevlar line came loose. The line falling off the gear was my biggest concern all along. I thought that's what had happened, but it turns out I just didn't know how to tie a knot.
It just untied, which really is like best case scenario. As far as it breaking,
Instead of tethering to the glove like I had originally planned, I ended up looping the line between my fingers with a rubber band.
Hatırlamıyorum.
that way it
AliExpress'tir
traps a
büyük
little bit of
ihtimalle.
tension so it doesn't slip off the line.
200
The
sene
knot had
oldu.
come undone, so I just tied it back together.
Suit up.
Right there?
Yeah.
Okay, dang it, it's on fire.
She didn't ask a single question. It was just like, here's the lighter you asked for, sweetie. It's on there.
And tried to do the best I could.
Oh, oh, oh! Oh.
And it broke again before I could finish and compare my score. It was silly that tying a knot seemed like the only issue. I crimped the lines down, came back later that evening to try again.
Nice crumb, Jim. It still looks pretty sick. Here we go.
The green light on the vest controller turns on when assistance is being given. The solenoid is pelting my pointer finger when the crosshair is on the target.
Whoa!
Something about it being my hand, but with better accuracy,
Çok
was
enteresan
truly
ya.
I
wild.
can feel the assistance! Oh, that's wild, dude! Yo!
What's funny though is that it did take some practice. Like I had to learn to keep my wrist softer.
I think it was like my wrist was really stiff. I could feel it
İşte bak diyorum ya
tugging,
karşıya
and it's
geliyor.
working.
Bunu
Like
izlemedik.
flexing
Bunun
my arm
elektrik versiyonu
gave me
izledik. Bu daha
less
üstü.
assistance.
Let's try again.
Bu
My
makinalaşmış
aim truly
cyberpunk.
looked
Oh, dude.
better.
That's the trick, dude. You gotta let it take over.
This seemed like a full success, total proof of concept,
Oh, it works! Dude!
and I beat my high score.
Like,
Yolda
it just
script yaparsın.
works.
Yaparsın her şeyi yaparsın.
Oh, yo! I beat my high score! I beat my high score! I beat my high score!
By 3%.
Dude, that's insane!
As cool as that was, this wasn't it.
Target achieved. No. Yeah, so the average FPS was 27 with an average latency of 36.
Gecikme çok fazla.
The total latency camera to arm was just under 50 milliseconds, which, don't get me wrong, that's insane. It puts neuromuscular aim assist to shame.
So it's not like it was bad, but it's not my goal.
My goal was sub 25. I knew that's what I needed if I even wanted to get close to the high score.
I technically beat my high score. Could I have done that by aim training? No.
Evet yani 15 gün boyunca aim trainlese bu arada geçerdi zaten.
Shut up. Dude, shut up.
But this wasn't the only issue. The solenoid was hitting the back of my pointer finger exactly like it was supposed to, but it wasn't actually causing me to click. And lastly, I wanted it to pull my wrist even if it was stiff. I wanted my aim to look a little more robotic.
Both motors need more voltage to make it pull harder.
Oh,
I didn't
no.
want to break my wrist.
This is an incredibly unique camera that I ordered from a company based out of India. It's 120 FPS global shutter, which immediately shaves 3 milliseconds. But more importantly, it connects to the Jetson with what's called CSI-2, which again
direkt
shaves another 3
PCI'den bağlayacak.
milliseconds. But even more than that, what this does is essentially bypasses the CPU and puts the raw feed directly into the tensor model. And I knew it would be fast, but I didn't know it'd be this fast.
Damn. Evet zaten USB niye kullanıyordu ki? Kamerayı değiştirdi.
So it should push forward harder and backwards less. Powering on the solenoid.
Bu raddede bunu detekte edip PCI denetleniyor. Hayır denetlenmiyor. Bu herif ekranı kamerayla çekiyor abi. PC'ye takmıyor bunu. Farklı bir PC'de çalışıyor bu direkt.
Nothing exploded. Powering on the vest.
New power delivery method.
There we go.
Fresh Chrome installed, and the most complex code I've ever produced.
Enabling. Please work, please work, please work. Loading successfully. Everything seems to be working. Okay, here we go.
O siktir.
The latency was reading 9 milliseconds from program
Net
to
fark
disk
ediyor bu arada.
leaving the total latency at just 17 milliseconds.
Oh my goodness. that's
Görebiliyorsun bu
insane.
arada.
It's so responsive now.
This was best case scenario.
Oh, I just let my finger go limping.
But after just a few short rounds,
That's insane.
the loose
Kıyacak
of
mı?
my flesh
You just have to let the robot take over.
fled.
This feel. Oh, oh my goodness.
Belli oğlum şey çok barizdi bu arada. Yani robotik bu. Oo!
Getting up there. So it's up. This is the one.
Makinalaşmış direkt.
Oh my goodness! No way!
221.000.
No way! No way! What? I'm second place!
Lan dünya üzerinde ikinci oldu herif.
What? Bro! I'm second freaking place!
Çok iyi olmuş. Çok iyi yapmış.
I played for hours with this thing on. Never have I had this much fun with something that I built. I got second. I couldn't beat the guy on top.
Bu
But it
arada
begs the
ya
question.
evet şöyle de bir şey var. Train atsa hani çünkü elinde sonunda kendi snaplemesi de hızlandırıyor.
What if someone
Ne
took
olur?
neuromuscular aim assist, combined it with exoskeletal aim assist to make a neuromuscular exoskeletal aim assist device? I guess somebody should do that.
Onu da yapacak. Onu bir sonraki video.
Just passing through.
Damn. Ya iyi eğimi olup bir de bunun üzerine bunu yaparsan manyak bir şey olur. Çok iyiymiş. Çok iyiymiş. Aa dur şeye bakacaktım ya. Dünyanın herkesin en sevdiği her şeyi kattığı oyun. Ananta. Direkt 30